Hey, what's going on? I'm Corey and I run a five-figure AI automation business. And today I want to talk to you about something that's incredibly important that many businesses are misunderstanding. And that is this concept of speed to lead. There's this concept of increasing the response time so we can respond to the leads quicker. But what they're often forgetting is this doesn't always necessarily mean that you're going to increase the chance of conversion. So we're going to go through this today. If it sounds like something you're into, stick around and let's jump into it. So speed to lead, just like this guy. I've also spoken about this many times on the importance of speed in terms of replying to clients, utilizing automations such as Twilio and SMS response systems. However, sometimes it's just not enough, essentially. What a lot of people think is that if they just respond quickly, so this is your customer and this is you, that if you just go quickly, send it, put in these systems that say, hey, thanks for your question, let's book a call right now. And this is maybe this might be 2 minutes it takes to respond, but that may not necessarily be the best approach in getting the clients. If you spend maybe 3 minutes, and the extra minute you included like the first name and you really personalized it, then that's going to be a higher conversion value, right? So yes, the speed is important here, but we also need to make sure that we qualify these leads, that we just ensure that it's not just a blank, yes, I'm here. Yes, I can do this straight away. And that's what we're going to discuss today. So the myth of speed to lead. Everyone tells you, including myself, reply fast, call leads in under 5 minutes, send reminders, but hope for the best, but you're still not closing. So when we've spoken about our statistics, right, we've gone on 396% chance of increasing sort of the likelihood of closing the deal if you reply within 5 minutes. We'll just go like this, in 5 minutes, right? We've also seen that a very large percentage, it was near the 80s or 90s, I believe, 80s or 90s, if you respond within 5 minutes, they're going to go with you, right? So if it's you pick up the phone straight away. Now, when we speak these numbers, these are giving you the best chance to close the lead, but they're not closing the lead. And this is where a lot of people are missing the point when we and other experts in the field say we need to close quickly here in terms of the time frame. This doesn't exactly mean that's enough to close the leads. So it fails because leads feel chased, not qualified. The calendar stays empty, there's no context, there's no trust, and competing offers distract them. So this is the most important here. Leads feel chased, not qualified. We need to ensure that every lead is qualified. We're still replying fast, but we're also qualifying these leads. And in terms of the no contact, no trust, this is that thing where you can send it to the lead and just say instantly, 10 seconds after you get the response back, hey, yes, I'm here. What do you want? But then that's not really trust. It's sort of like when you do the phone calling systems and then you can tell it's an AI and then immediately the trust goes out. I just want to talk to someone. I want to talk to a real person. It's sort of what happens when you do these fast replies without qualifying, without personalization, without any of this stuff. There's no trust in it. So you want to make sure that you've got the context built in when you're implementing systems like this. So fix content first, lead flow. What to do instead? We want to route leads through a smart form. We want to ensure that we're capturing all the details. If you've applied for anything in our sort of large scale, let's say you're doing a marketing agency. Let's say I want to apply for a marketing agency and employ their services. You'll find this gets done and a lot of their the leads. One part here might be monthly income. Monthly. I need to get a scribing pen. I think monthly income. Now, this isn't a coincidence. This is qualifying it, right? This is knowing the impact before it. If I know how much your monthly income is, I can pretty much gauge either A, how many clients you have, or B, how much per client is worth. So when I reply back with this speed, I can then go, hey, yes, I understand that every second counts, and I know that in the time it took me to reply to this, you could have acquired one or two $15,000 clients, something like that. But it allows us to qualify and um, really personalize stuff as well. On top of that is usually an auto score and segmenting, so cold, warm, and hot. Uh, this could be in terms of our marketing one here. It might be tell me about your business. Tell me about the pain points. What are you struggling with most? That is the biggest one. And you'll get, if they're hot, what they'll struggle with the most may be something like, I'm really finding it hard to peak and reach the top of our company's performance. I feel like we're not hitting our right stride. I feel like we're losing a lot of money in X, Y, Z. And you can definitely tell. Someone warm might be like, oh, yeah, I'm aware that AI is a new thing. I want to implement automations. I don't know how. I don't know where to start. And this is sort of like a warm lead. If someone comes out and in this section, they're cold and they just say, I want to put automation in to make more money. It's not really, yeah, it's true, but it's more of a goal it's more of a dream, I guess, not really a goal. So when we do these, we would have, if they put their hot lead here and then possibly they're on, let's just say 20K a month, automatically now we can personalize this follow up. We can instantly reply within 30 minutes. Hey, I know this is very important to you. Just want to touch base in your marketing. Would love to get you to that 50K mark. Let me know. Here's my calendar link. And you can see how much more effective something like that is. Something that you say, hey, I respond quickly. I know that we can get you to the next level because they've mentioned that it's 20K. So the next one is 50K. And then we include a quick reply because they're a hot lead. This is what the personalized follow-up really does. So what else does it do? The delayed replies strategically for perceived value. This is another tactic we can use. So rather than doing it within the 5 minutes, we could take 15 minutes. But we know they're a hot lead. So possibly we say, hey, sorry for the wait. Slammed at the moment. We have so much business coming in, and you can do a strategic delay in that sense. Strategic delays work really great for ticketing events. Businesses that there's a limited spots, I guess, but it's not like a lying. Don't lie to mislead. But these can bring the strategic value. So you can see by controlling the time. How do we do a stopwatch? Like this, maybe? You can see by controlling the time that we can really make this strategic. And if you're doing something like ticket sales, maybe the best bet isn't actually to reply quickly. But essentially what you're doing is you're building this bridge for pitching. Your pitch is here. What you need to do is get this stuff first and then do your speed reply pitch. So how does this work? It's very simple. You have a form, some sort of form, you have some sort of automation, and you have some sort of CRM, essentially. So when the form is filled out and data is routed, tags applied. So this could even lead, you can use any form that you want to get this sorted. Your Typeform we use personally for Blacklight. You can use Jotform is one. You can even use Google Forms. It's all relatively similar. But what we want to do, if we jump into Make, it can be a very simple flow to set up as well. We can go Typeform. We want to watch responses. So whenever someone fills in their Typeform, and then we want to get responses. And then what we could do is do a ChatGPT module, which can translate it. We can then put it in a Google Sheet, probably update a row. And then we can then put it into sort of Go High Level or some sort of form, whether it's Go High Level or Monday.com or something. And we can add it to a client. So even something so simple as this, where putting a form in, they're lodging the form. When they lodge the form, this will trigger and it will get what they put in the form. We'll then use AI or a ChatGPT bot to identify, score them, I guess, based on whether they are hot, cold leads and help draft the reply. We can then update them, put it in a Google Sheet. We could also add in here the SMS back. So create a message and send it to the person, and ChatGPT can draft the response if you really want to. So there's quite a few ways that we can do this. This is personally is how we do it, except this is a ClickUp. So we add it to a form in here. All right, let's close this. So how we do it: warm leads, instant email plus SMS plus calendar drop. So we want to bombard every channel that they're possibly on, essentially, and then give them the calendar. You know, they're obviously hot, they're obviously in pain, so we need to just drop this stuff in. The cold leads, we want sort of a nurture. We want to nurture them into it. So like the example we mentioned before where, hey, I want to use automation to increase my leads. I want to use automation to really just scale the business. What we can do is we can add them to a nurture sequence and then just give them a little bit of information. So we can be like, hey, thanks, that's great. What do you think? We can just set up a call, or we can maybe not set up a call, but we can send emails, follow-ups with sequences, maybe events that's happening in the company, news. Hey, AI just dropped, or GPT just dropped this new model out, or Claude's dropped this, or this is a new platform like VO2 that's coming out. So we can sort of add them into this nurturing and teach them, I guess, in a lack of better words, before we then drop them a calendar link. So regardless, you pretty much do two separate email campaigns. This one might be a very simple calendar, SMS, email, SMS, calendar drop after. You can even do this in like a 3 sequence over a day or two, where this one may need a few sequences where we're teaching them stuff, and then the calendar drop is down here. The results, what happened to ours especially, and I've seen it close to this number for clients, the calendar booking increased by 38%. Calculated, promise, use a calculator. Reply rate doubled. There was less ghosting, more committed bites, and clients felt vetted. They felt, privileged. So we gave them the time. It wasn't sort of, there's none of that doubt in the sales teams that, hey, answer this question. Hey, answer this. Are you sure that's okay? We just went straight in. Hey, you're in pain, dude. I get it. Let's just go straight into it. You can sort of compare it to your local GP, right? Your local doctor. When you go into the doctor, he's sort of vetting, and he's, hey, do you feel this? Okay. Do you feel that? Yeah. Okay. Tell me more about this. And they sort of go through these symptoms. This is what, when you just blast emails or messages instantly back to people without adding this personalization or lead layer. This is a doctor essentially, and you know how you feel when you're there. But then if you go to a surgeon or you go to a specialist, it's instantly straight in. It's very specific questions, and it's very, you answer a question, they give a response, usually some sort of information, and then you just feel a lot more taken care of. And this is essentially what the results happen when we implement these systems that we spoke about. So hopefully that helps clarify the speed doesn't always mean um, results, really. If you can implement speed plus this personalization steps here, the sky's the limit. There's so much beneficial actions that can happen after this. So I'll end it on there. I just wanted to do a quick update for today just about this. Also show you just Make, how simple it is to just log into Make and create these things. You can even do it through Zapier as well. Zapier is probably 10 times easier if you're just doing singular nodes. But if you have any questions for me, put it in the comment. All my details are in the description. So if you want to chat further about this, feel free to send me an email. And we can go through how this works for your business. Other than that, hope you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow.